Footage is rolling.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Hey,
Not
thank
yet.
you.
Now it's going.
This is why you should do the intro. Thank you guys for listening. If you're hearing this, that means you are listening to the newest episode of Local Artists with my best friend, Frank Sinclair. I am Taylor Knott. We are Local Artists. I'm pretty good at this.
Standoffs, bandidos. Did I miss anything? Oh, the festivities about death de los muertos.
Hey, mate. You clearly been watching too much South Park recently, man. This is kind of messed up. It's like cultural appropriation or something, man.
My cheeks hurt. Best one to date, I think.
That's from today. But I hope it's not like too. I didn't want to actually make it like insulting, but I couldn't do it good enough for it to not kind of seem insulting.
No, I didn't think it was. And granted, I have no weight in telling you if it is insulting or not. But
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Well, thanks. I don't want to get. I don't want my career to be over before it begins, though. So I would maybe like to dig a hole and do a little justifying.
Sure. You hired a
I
Mexican
set it
to
up
do it.
so that I can.
Is what? It wasn't you. People think that was you. No, that was a genuine
Today is
Mexican.
actually the last day that I could have done that, probably.
Why?
I
Oh.
don't want to talk about that. So justification. Culture. I've said this to you many times.
Uh-huh.
Culture is it's old. You know, this is like 7 years ago. People even cared about this, but culture is appropriation.
Sure.
Literally,
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know, because one guy comes up with a sombrero, but it's such a good idea that it spreads like a virus amongst people. You know.
Yeah.
And then when you look as somebody from a different culture, you see that and you say that's your culture or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, and it is kind of, but it's like, yeah, not everybody came up with the sombrero together.
All right.
One guy does it and everybody's so impressed that then everybody does it.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, I love a sombrero. It's like, do you want to never have the sun in your eyes no matter what direction you turn? Wear a sombrero, right? I mean, a cowboy hat. Who cares about a cowboy
You
hat?
want to look
right?
cool playing poker in the dark?
Yeah. Throw a poncho on with the sombrero.
That's right.
Really get it. Look, if you're appropriating culture on your head, you may as well throw a poncho on your body.
Grow a nice thick mustache.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out that it's like, well, I'm not really making fun of anybody.
No, of course not.
really.
Come on.
The thing doesn't exist that I'm making fun of is what the point I was trying
Yes,
to make.
it was a good intro.
People just, I mean, I don't want to sound cynical, Taylor.
You've never
But,
sounded cynical. Yeah.
Everybody just believes what is expedient for them to, given their circumstances, you know. And that's where all the contradictions come to play. You can see that because everybody has contradictions somewhere. Like a guy on the right, super far right, Christian guy, he'll be like, this is my right to own a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be evil for the government to take that right away from me.
Amen.
But this, you say amen, but this is not rooted in Christianity. Owning a firearm to defend yourself has nothing to do with what Christ taught or,
Oh, hey, I didn't say it did.
anything like that. But people, by and large, that believe Christianity will also believe that you should have a Second Amendment right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So people just go with whatever the flow is.
Can you keep one of those claps in, especially now that I'm saying something about it?
Yeah, I can do.
Sweet. I was saying, look, America was founded from the evil tyranny of Great Britain back in the day, right? And they had the second. Heck, it was the second one. You know, there's a decent number of amendments. I don't know how many, but it's the
How many
second one.
amendments are there? Just to give Trey some.
Yeah,
More than 20.
yeah. I wouldn't say
Thanks.
27, but
That's perfect.
it was the second one, because they saw what happened.
Yeah.
They took away any weapons. The government had full power.
and you see it in other governments in history.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't like my Second Amendment as a Christian. I like it as
An
an
American.
American.
So your two beliefs in each of those
27. That's what I said.
Local artists, yeah. Gonna sit reacting to some videos.
USA.
Local artists. It's kind of ironic because we're acting like we're better than these people. We're clearly on about the same level.
That was good. And this is a segment where we react to videos that Frank has been sending us during the
Well,
week.
you sent some too.
You shut them down.
No, I
so
didn't. I
quickly.
said actually we should watch them
Okay.
because you can talk about
Well, we'll
them.
start
if
with
you have
yours.
something to say about them. Okay.
Also, what does runt mean? What does it mean in context of?
Well, hey, man. I mean, don't sweat it, dog. Don't worry about it. Home slice.
Wait, I'm runt. I'm the only one. I thought it. I thought. Okay, now this is pissing me off. Listen here. You're on thin
I'll
ice.
fix it. Okay, we are ready to
Here
go.
we go, Mr. Theodore Cottingham.
The Christ is here on earth right now. Right now.
Is it him?
And all who will become it, who will be it, in their shoes.
What does that mean?
You in your shoes of Christ? Are you willing? And adorned by no other thought realm will you no longer hold. The vicinity of Christ being other with a vicarious atonement or some such nonsense.
Nonsense is exactly
Doesn't
right.
know that it
I
was
ask
going
you
to
to
be
see
nonsense until
Yeah.
he
The
got
message
there.
of Christ, the message of Jesus. Jesus the pattern. The pattern for you to be it. In his shoes, not but yours. For you to do the works he did, and greater. And every nation, tribe, and tongue
keeps
shall now
going.
no longer be limited to a Christian story of Christ.
Uh-oh.
For women and some men will birth it, becoming it, generating it. The
okay.
consciousness, you see.
I've
So
seen
it's
plenty.
Christ consciousness thing. It's like I think it's a Gnostic thing or something. I
How
don't know.
long can YouTube Shorts even be?
3 minutes. He,
He said nothing and talked for 2 minutes. Wow.
yeah. What do you what do you think of that?
I think the first video was, as he so eloquently put it, nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he said like nothing. He said like big words, but didn't
Right.
actually like make any
Using
sense.
like really like how would you say it? Using like really specific terminology,
Mhm.
like esoteric almost. You got to be in the know to understand
Right.
kind of thing. But then I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried to like ponder and break down exactly what he's communicating.
I don't know what he's trying to communicate.
But
It's
I just know that there is no value in it at all.
look, that's discernment right there. That's good. Here's my question, and I think I've asked this question before. That guy had 6 likes on that YouTube video that you sent.
That's right.
How are you finding these people?
So Theodore Cunningham is clearly a guy.
Does he have a phone number on his...
He's clearly a guy that's trying to make a difference, right?
He's trying something.
Do you think he's trying to make a difference?
Yeah, I
for
guess.
the good of the
Probably,
world?
yeah.
I've channeled the source of love for 21 years.
Oh, man. What was he doing the 45 years before that?
I've suffered. I've come out now, out of suffering, and the ideals of manhood humanity gave me.
It's just nonsense. I mean, it's nonsense. Theodore, I hope you see this,
Let's see
and I
the
hope
end
you
of this, sorry.
repent.
An educational process that I have brought forth in and through what I've channeled to prepare us for becoming cosmic citizens. Having birthed the cosmic egg, the egg of creation, creating all creation again. I love you all. Now I have again.
The School of Me is his school name. If you asked me what I thought his school
It's
name
called
was...
Meonics, where individuals collaborate within the Meonics framework to create a community of equals.
Contact. Yeah,
Wow.
let's go. I'm calling this guy.
Sir?
See, give me a phone number.
I take umbrage.
We could send him something through his website. I'm sure he will see it.
He really doesn't get many. He's
so,
fine.
You know,
Look, he's
clearly
fine.
this is a guy that did way too many hallucinogenic drugs.
Yes, right.
And he's fried. And, you know, you look at him and you say, this guy's trying to help. He's trying to make a difference.
He's doing, yeah. Ooh,
I
like
don't
that
think
picture.
so. I don't think so.
It's a good
And I
picture.
think what gives this away is that his whole... What would you even call it? His whole philosophy is
Mm-hmm.
called Meonics.
Yeah, the School of Me is what his...
So I think it's not really about helping other souls like vibrate at the same frequency as the source of all
Yeah.
being and creation to regenerate and create and love with verisimilitude.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's nice to see a cult leader that didn't quite get the following that he was hoping for.
Has no chance.
No, never. Did you see that cult? What was it? It was like Mother God.
Oh yeah.
And she,
Oh, yeah.
they just like drank silver all the time, and then she
Yeah.
died, and she was like
Terrible.
purple.
And
And
they kept her body for like
yes,
weeks.
yes, just in the bed.
Because they thought she was gonna wake up or revive,
And she was
or
just like a crazy
space
alcoholic.
aliens were gonna go get her. Yeah.
Yeah. And Donald Trump was one of the like galactic something. I don't know what it was. He was the only one alive. Like it was also Michael Jackson and like a couple of the guys that were all dead, and then it was also Donald Trump. And one of the like followers was like, and we know Donald Trump is still alive, but she's still getting his being inside of her.
Right.
Oh, Robin Williams was one of them. Every
Yeah.
time she got blacked out, which was every day, all day, she was.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. They would blame it on Robin Williams. Like she would be angry and they'd be like, the spirit of Robin Williams is coming out of her. It's like, no, she's just a mean drunk.
Not funny at all.
No, she doesn't have the charisma of Robin Williams. She just has the
Yeah.
drinking problem.
Yeah, man, that's why you need to root yourself. I mean, this kind of goes against what I was saying earlier about why people believe what they believe, but that's why you need to root yourself in some sort of canonicity or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like there needs to be an overarching story that you can see where you know, oh, if all these people hadn't done all of these things, then this wouldn't be the way it is.
Right.
And that informs how you can go about in the future.
Yeah.
And if you just abandoned that and replace that instinct that's in everybody, then you wind up inventing Meonics or
Yeah.
drinking silver and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I always feel like these people don't actually like believe what they're saying and they just like want money and like some fame. But then
I
she
think
died from drinking
this is the
silver.
thing. I think they're possessed with their own belief.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you think about how thoughts work, it's not like you really dictate exactly whatever is popping into your head at any given time.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you watch the documentary? If you haven't, you should. They should.
Yes,
I think it's
have
called
seen
Mother
it.
God on HBO.
Yes, it's very funny.
It's so
well, it's really
good.
sad, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
most
yeah,
cults
in a
are, but
twisted
it's
way.
like, and the thing that I love about it is all the people that were in the cult like still believe it,
Yeah.
even while they're
Yeah.
being interviewed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's now with the Star Galactics, and
I'm going to be cynical
ugh.
again. It's so those people can just live their life like getting high and traveling in a camper van.
Yeah, that- I mean,
and
that was the
fucking each
entire-
other constantly and
Yeah.
just be like, I'm still beautiful in the eyes of God.
that was the
You know
whole
what I
thing.
mean?
They
Yeah.
were high all the time, like from waking up. They were
But
high
I do
and
think
drunk.
I don't know if they believe it because I don't know how much they exist because of the drug usage, including the alcohol, and the like with how if you have to like weed through your thoughts.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you have to compare them against other people's thoughts and all these different things. You have to get rid of a bunch of bad shit
Yep.
consistently, or you start to accumulate, you know, like a wheel rolling in shit or something.
Yeah.
You start to accumulate this huge ball of shit when there's, you know, like a rock in your tire or something.
Yeah.
It starts with that, and then it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously
So
they were.
I
they're
don't think
searching
that they
for,
don't believe in it, really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just watch it. It was good. HBO, Mother God, I believe is what it's called, right?
She believed in just a bunch of horse shit, but she died for what she believed in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can respect that. My favorite, I've said this twice, but they had like 4 father gods within like a year. Like it was just the guy she was dating was father god, and then she's like, I found the real father god, and the real father god was a meth addict.
It was like those wolf alphas we watched a
yeah,
couple weeks
and he
back.
just came in to like join the cult, and he was like, I actually don't like raking leaves, so I'm going to go tell her that like I will sleep with her. And then she was like, yep, this is the new father god. And then he no longer had to do like the housework. He was just shirtless the entire time. He's a little bit tanner version of Lion Tiger King. That's who this guy was.
Yeah, that's why cults are always easy to tell the difference between that and like a legitimate religion, is because the cult leader ends up becoming God in some way, right?
Mhm.
And then you see what the cult leader is, and they're just man.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's obviously not fucking God.
No.
If that is God, I'm just going to rebel against God.
Yeah.
Have you seen, there's this video of a guy that was like a cult leader guy, and he was one of these, I mean, I don't know what's worse, the cult leader that gets a ton of followers to do some terrible shit, or the cult leader that like really segregates like 13 people and just puts them through. Because there was this one guy, I don't know, maybe if you would mind trying to look this up. I don't know if we can find it or not, but it was this cult where like there was the old dad and he was the patriarch, and they're all very soft people, you know, like give you a hug when they see you kind of people.
Yeah.
But then God's speaking through the main guy and all
Of
this
course,
stuff.
yeah.
And it's him and his wife and their kids, and one of their kids, you know, because they're old. I mean, he's in like his 30s or 40s maybe. And the guy, the grandfather of the cult, fucked his son's wife.
Okay, now we're getting new information, Trace.
And everybody knew about it. There's a YouTube video. Could you look up son interviewed about dad with wife cult? No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Cult leader sleeps his son's wife. Is
there
that?
it is,
Oh,
baby.
Yes,
What,
sir. Wayne Bent.
In my time here, I thought I'd heard everything. Then Jeff delivered an incredible revelation about his dad, the Messiah.
God came down on Michael and forced him
To come on my
to
wife.
consummate with Christiana. I was astonished, and so was Michael.
Michael had made no mention of sleeping with his son's wife. And I got the feeling this was a story I wasn't supposed to hear. And when Michael found out I knew, he asked me for an opportunity to explain just how God had made it happen.
I stood up like this.
Show us.
We're about to see
And,
some
Um,
bullshito McDojo
and
shit.
suddenly I was forced down on the floor, and all I could do was groan. All I could do was kind of rock. And I started seeing
He's like, I'm gonna rock my
that the
son's
consummation with
wife.
Christiana was imminent, and I was going to be, I was going to have to do that.
I was just laying awake and I was thinking about coming over here. And I said to Father, I said, when I go over there, if Michael invites me in, I will ask for the consummation tonight.
So was it just a single occasion, this literal physical consummation?
No, it wasn't.
But you consummated more than once?
Yes, yes.
That's not what consummation means.
Yeah.
Why is it necessary to consummate more than once?
Oh!
I'm sorry we watched your video in its entirety. Can we shout out the channel because we Michael Lamberted? I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was a Shadowlight LC. Well, I mean, he's just using the clip from the news, whatever. But yeah, nice
He
job
did
with
add
that
it,
Thug
yeah.
Life. That was really, that was well.
Definitely added something nice.
Yeah.
Man,
this-
that husband was.
I mean, it's kind of cruel for the way it's like edited and shot.
Mhm.
It's like an episode of The Office or something. You know what I mean? They're already really, yeah. But that one's
Poor guy. he said, "Did it happen just once?" And he pulled a smile out and he said, "No."
I mean, at least she also believes in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
guess.
otherwise,
it would. Yeah, it wouldn't
that'd
be consummation.
Bad. That'd be real bad.
Yeah, what's the... Did she consent or?
Yeah, she said she went into
that's
the.
what I'm saying. Is
That's what she said. Is that
that's-
she heard it from God?
That's
and,
what I'm saying. Is if it's you're using an
He might have been
all-powerful
planting
being.
seeds.
Well, in her defense, she was a silver fox.
The thing,
you know?
though, is like there's two perspectives, right? It gets back to what we were talking about earlier. There's this guy just wants to fuck his son's wife, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
it's new pussy or whatever. Or it's like
I mean,
a
the
creepy
feeling of
fetish.
cuckolding your son has to be unbelievable. I'm not going to try it, but I would guess.
At that point, you have to outlive him as well. You can't die after cuckolding your son in the natural order. Oh, but then you know what happens? Because of karma and actual God and stuff?
You go to hell?
No, she conceives.
Oh.
And then the son that she bears rapes you when you're like an 80-year-old man. I think
Is that
that's
how it works?
I think that would be you know what I mean?
I mean, look,
If you were to
I'm
wait
not
it-
going to disagree wholeheartedly.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to justifiably try to distance myself from what was said, but probably that's
I'm
what
not
would
saying
happen.
I'm saying it's like it's a classic hero story at that point. But yeah, I don't know cuz the son in that scenario he definitely believes it, you know what I mean? He has to or he'd kill himself.
Well, I mean,
or
you
kill his
saw
dad.
him trying his hardest not to kill himself.
He's trying his hardest to tell it to the cameraman like it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he's trying to lie to them. I think he's trying to believe it.
Could
You know
be
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if the dad believes it. That's how I find those guys on
Well,
YouTube.
give me that country music. Yeah, herp-a-derp derp. I love that fucking sound of country music. Give me that country music, baby. That's right. Serendipity, fucking your sister, voting for the wrong president. I guess I meant to say,
It's time for Taylor's top 10.
Didn't see that coming. So this week's top 10 is top 10 animated movies. These are all children's movies.
Okay.
Okay. There's so many I even have 3 honorable mentions.
I thought you were going to do white guys.
No, I have 4 honorable mentions.
That was my call.
Oh,
My buzzer beater call. That's why.
Mhm.
Also, I wanted to balance out the intro.
Yeah.
So
I think we're all square.
Okay, good.
I have some honorable mentions that did not make the top 10 list. This came up, we talked about this a couple weeks ago off air about how Josh didn't think a certain movie was better than a certain other animated child's movie. And so I thought I'm going to give my top 10. Honorable mentions are The Incredibles, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Ratatouille, and Shark Tale. They did not make the top 10. Shark Tale is very close.
That is that The Incredibles and Ratatouille really didn't break in?
They were very
wow.
close. Very, very close. Coming in number 10, I have Emperor's New Groove. Do you know about Emperor's New Groove?
David Spade.
Yeah.
My introduction to him.
Do you like Emperor's New Groove?
I love it.
Yeah. Top 10 worthy. Coming in
That's
at number 9, we have Monsters Incorporated. I love it. Very funny. There's a lot of very good jokes in
John
that.
Goodman's in that one too, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, he's probably so fucking rich.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Number 8, we have Shrek.
John Goodman.
Okay. Number 8 is Shrek.
Okay, Shrek's pretty good though.
Yeah,
I guess
is
it
good.
depends on your taste. For you,
I like it. I have
it's
some
my
good
number
ones
8.
coming up. Come on, hey.
Is like number 3 is like Shrek 2.
Number 7, we have Ice Age. I love Ice
sure.
Age.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Mhm.
In number 6, we have Rango. Great film.
Yeah.
Number 5, Toy Story. Very solid.
Mhm.
Okay, number 4, we have Despicable Me 1 and 2. I thought they both crushed.
For spot 2 and 3?
No. For number 4, I'm doing
Number
Despicable
4.
Me 1 and 2.
Okay.
Right. I love Steve Carell. You know this about me. It's a funny movie. I like it, especially for a more of a
Wow.
child's movie.
Okay.
You don't think it deserves number 4? I saw a look from Trace. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
You put that above Rango and The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Despicable Me's great. It's funny.
See, this
It's
is what
very
I mean.
funny.
It's like I don't want to. I don't want to just start arguing with you. You know what I mean?
You need please finish
Okay.
finish the list.
You didn't like that I left The Incredibles off of the top 10.
No. there's-
Very close. I wanted
No,
to find a
well,
spot for it, okay?
The fact that Shark Tales is an honorable mention and Incredibles, those are not in the same category.
Oh,
at
Shark
all.
Tale is unbelievable.
Shark Tales is not
It's not Shark Tales.
Shark Tale is not even in the top 20.
Oh, you're so wrong.
The fact that you
I
think
think you're-
Incredibles are in the same category as Shark Tale is insane.
I think you're right, but I think this is a micro-generational thing. Because when that movie first came out, which we would have been the same age,
Mhm.
I thought it was the most fucking
Yes,
incredible
it was
thing
a
I'd
great
ever
movie.
Because it was like a weird, like, adult...
Yes.
Like, not...
Yes. It made me feel like I was, like they were letting me in on like some jokes almost.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was.
Well, it's because it was, like, more, like, black-themed, I think.
Yeah.
It was really exciting.
When
it was great.
If I may ask, when
And
was the last
everything
time
else
you
that
watched
animated
Shark
movies
Tale?
were
Yeah.
all just so...
A few months ago. I have
Milk
kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I introduced them to all the movies that I like.
The animation in that movie
That's not
is
great.
straight up unfinished.
Yeah,
like just
sure.
actually objectively
Right, this is why I'm saying it's a
unfinished.
micro-generational thing.
Yeah.
Because you guys, you know, even the few years difference, I think, really makes a difference.
I think even, I mean, if we're picking apart your list, which we are, Toy Story at 5 feels crazy to me too.
Where
Too high or
would
too
you have
low?
it? Yeah,
I would have it 1, 2, or 3.
Oh wow, I don't think I agree with that. But I haven't seen.
It's a
Toy
great
Story in
movie.
a
I mean,
long time.
it's a great movie, but
I think they had.
I'm
3 or
waiting for
4
this guy.
Yeah, go ahead and,
Yeah, where the
listen to
fuck
my
is
top 3.
Wall-E?
Top 3.
Where's Kung Fu Panda?
It was the last one I took off of honorable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn,
that's
so
better
they're
than
not on the list at least.
And Madagascar. There's just so many. Like, I like Madagascar. I took that off of honorable mentions.
I would think you would be a freak. if it was
Madagascar
like-
and Shark Tale are in the same
I
category.
agree with Trace
It's
on
fine.
this one.
Well,
If
this
you
is Taylor's top 10. It's not.
What if you said Polar Express? I'd be like, I don't think I can be friends with you.
No.
Like, that movie is so creepy, dude.
He just
Yes.
scratches it off the list. You just see him.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit.
I have to think of a new number one.
Okay.
Okay, number 3. This is Taylor's top 10. Okay, number 3. I have the B Movie.
You just love Seinfeld,
I do.
and you're doing that to be upsetting on purpose.
No, that's my third favorite. Absolutely, my third.
You know what's funny about that movie?
You didn't
is,
like the B Movie?
No, I really liked it as a kid. I mean, it's really not put together like a well put together movie. But the thing about that movie is, like, if I was reading the script and I'm like, oh, Jerry Seinfeld's voicing this character, I would be like, this is going to be amazing.
It was. It's my third favorite animated movie.
Yeah, so I don't think you're as visual of a person, especially not as Trace, and maybe not as Josh either.
I like what's
Because the
funny.
movies that they're like, what the hell? It's like movies where they get docked a lot of points because the movie looks shitty.
It's a good movie.
I will
I'm
say,
more on your side, honestly.
I mean, B movie, it gets a bad rap.
I would say B movie's above Toy Story for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, the only thing that really bothers me about B movie is
Groaned
that,
in pain.
like, according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way that a bee should be able to fly. You know, its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground.
Right.
But bees fly anyway.
The bee, of course, flies anyway.
Right.
Because it doesn't
you wanted
care
me
what
to-
humans think. Well, he pointed at
He
you.
doesn't
That's
have
true,
the
you
catchphrase.
did.
It's
Sorry.
his top 3 and he doesn't even.
Okay. Well, I knew that one was going to be controversial, but I do love Jerry Seinfeld, and I thought it was a great movie. I mean, it was top 3. Number 2.
I remember being pretty attracted to the lady in it.
Well, of course. That goes without saying.
That gave me a weird like a horny association with that song. Shug up, oh honey, honey. Now that song starts playing, I'm
You
like,
are my candy girl.
I gotta pull my hoodie over my crotch real fast.
All right.
You got me
Wanting
wanting you.
Did they have a relationship?
Please stop singing the song if it like brings.
He gave her a
you did
sting.
You did a hoodie?
All right, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, you guys. That was
Number 2. So, look, let me tell you, the top 3, once again, it's my list. It's what I like, you know. Number 2, we have Megamind.
Oh, you gotta give it that one.
I would not put it anywhere near 2, but I see you.
Oh, I love it.
That's a funny
It's
movie.
so funny. I just
Yeah.
care about funny, I guess, more than anything else.
Right.
And then number 1, Surf's Up.
Surf's Up is honestly pretty good.
So funny. They make like an animated
Shia LaBeouf
documentary
is awesome in that
with
movie.
penguins. It's like a
Yeah.
mockumentary with
No, it's
penguins.
great.
It's so smart
I
and
agree
it's
with
so
you.
funny.
I think it's a good one.
That's the list. That's the Taylor's top.
I mean,
10.
it still has it's not like an amazing movie,
no, but it's so good.
but yeah, it's very
I love
good.
it.
Okay, so it's what's funny. That's what matters.
Mainly, yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm a local comedian.
I mean, yeah, okay. All of because the movies that I mean, it's not my list, of course.
Give me your top 3 quick.
Rango would be number 1. Ratatouille.
Rango's good.
Ratatouille is maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have put Ratatouille in. That was. Yeah,
Oh, Treasure Planet needs to be in my top 5.
I've never seen it.
I adore Treasure Planet. Anyways,
That's
um,
that's in that movie.
yes.
I'm saying it's a very
But if you look at all of those movies for me, they all have funny things in them, but they're also all like introspective, like character studies that have all this weird, like subliminal imagery, and that's what matters to me, I suppose.
Yeah. Rango, I did think about putting that 3, to be honest.
I love.
And then for some
Rango.
reason it kept going down and down. It is the most well-made movie of the 10.
Oh, 100. And I will say, it's out of the others, like all the movies on your list, it's maybe the least funny. Like, it has funny stuff in it, but I feel like that's a testament to how well the movie is made.
Yeah.
That even in your list, it made it as high as it did.
I think that I do just like care about funny because like I love The Incredibles, but it's not like a funny movie really, and that's why it just was off.
Elastigirl.
I did think that Monsters Inc. was going to be higher on your list.
No, I mean it's a good one. It's it's a good one. It's fine.
I haven't seen that. WALL-E would probably also be in my top 5 if I had seen it in
WALL-E
the
is
last 10
horrible.
years.
I think
That's
Wall-E-
one of
WALL-E
my least favorites.
Well, that's the thing is that WALL-E is the exact inverse of it's everything that I was talking about minus the witty banter of everything you were talking about. It makes sense that it would not.
Yeah.
I find it really funny that you went Elastigirl, because it's like that is points for it being in the top 10 is because it's like she's sexy,
and she's elastic.
but it's
She's
funny
that
because
sexy.
you're like a dad, you know what I mean? So you're not gonna watch an animated movie for the fucking hot ass, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I watch this B movie.
Well, yeah.
I was trying to think of one of his other
For that nice
top
thorax,
movies,
huh?
but yeah, that's good.
Anyway, let's say there's top 10. I mean, I don't know how you get that to a top 5. Honestly, I don't know how you get that to a top 5.
don't
So
know either.
I appreciate your graciousness in allowing me to go 10. It's very kind.
I think it was a treat.
Next week I'm going 15 and then 20. You're going to get a top 100 list very soon.
Eventually, the episode's just going to be one long segment.
Yeah.
Where it's just my top 254 today.
It'll still be the normal episode. It'll just be that also will be in there. You know what I mean?
It's going to get long. No, I'll go back to top 10. I already have an idea that I wrote down for the next week's top 5.
Ooh.
So,
Well, just let me know
Should
if
be
it's 5 or
excited.
10. Because
gonna be
obviously
5.
that's going to affect the jingle a lot.
it's going to be 5. But I will say, I think it might be a bottom 5. Yes.
I love a good bottom 5.
I bet you do.
I don't know what that means.
You love a good 5 on the bottom, I'll tell you that.
Fingers? Am I being retarded for trying to make sense?
like a spanking,
you're
right?
saying?
That's what I was thinking.
That was my thought.
Oh, that's not what I was. I was like
Oh,
a
well,
girl.
then I retract my laugh.
5 lashes.
A girl who's like a 5 out of 10 on the bottom.
No, yeah, no, I
I
retract
meant
my
yours.
laugh.
No, I meant yours,
Okay.
actually.
You meant yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant yours.
Well, then that's very funny.
Thank you. The stupid thing Can you cut that?
Yeah.
Can you cut that out?
Oh, yeah, this guy.
Set this one
So
up for us,
actually,
Frank.
wait, before we actually watch this specific video, could you actually just go to his channel?
Oh, he has 28,000
Yeah, so no, go to
subscribers.
the full videos. Don't go to the shorts. So just any video is fine. The only thing I've caught so far is perfect tits, but they're bot. Okay, we can stop this.
Me, like you, create content for this platform. But unlike the billion other people and the million other people that started their channel today, I don't call myself a creator. For some reason, that seems blasphemous. That a billion people on one platform call themselves creators. There's only one creator. I make art for this platform. And I do it with the love of the original creator.
Okay.
Look, I can't disagree with anything
Yeah,
you
I
said.
just want to say, part of why I wanted to show that, and also so that you could actually see his art that he's contributing to the platform.
I am glad I had context.
Is that this is a thing I don't know about us yet. We don't know this about ourselves, really.
Mhm.
Is it you agree with everything you just said, basically?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't poke holes in that.
No.
I think that's exactly my sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
I love, too, the way that it's done with the, what are they called? The hype vocals. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
I feel like if your brother Slade never got married, he would be doing exactly that.
Yeah, if he had FAS.
He loves raps like that.
That's the other thing too, like clearly seeing the influence, you know what I mean? And then how it comes out. But his heart is pure, you know? He's just trying to make something really cool. I shot a video the other day on my phone. I almost sent it.
What was it?
Then I didn't. It probably would be funnier if we watched it, but...
Send it right now.
No, because I don't want it on the show, like the actual video. Because what the video is me sitting in the driver's seat of my car trying to record my own ass to see if I had shitted. And
What?
it's very funny.
What do you...
Maybe we'll put that on the Patreon. All right. I just want to say that I'm so excited to have everybody here today. It's time for our table read. Okay, Frank, Taylor, are you ready? Trace, do you need to explain? I don't know if you need to explain. This is pre-recorded. If you need to explain, feel free to explain. If not, all right, it's time for the table read. So do you need to explain?
Definitely. Yes. So we just have a little scene here. Very little physical action. There's only one physical cue. Taylor, if you'll take mind of that.
Mhm.
Taylor, you are orange. Frank, you are blue. And you're just going to do this scene back and forth. If the dialogue seems a little off, we didn't have the rights to the actual scene. So for legal reasons, we ran it through Google Translate about 20 or so times, just to make it a little more distinct. But I believe the original emotional core message of the scene is still intact. And maybe if you guys want to guess what movie this is from at the end of your scene.
That's kind of the whole thing, right?
This is, you just got home, and it's like late night arguing between spouses, but like not trying to wake the kids up.
I think you'll be back by 11 p.m.
I said I'd be back.
I hope you'll be back. If you have to come back, you'll be back later.
It's back again, right?
Trash?
These are just a few examples. Give me a break.
You know how I feel about that, Frank. Nonsense. They'll never find us.
At one point, the building collapsed.
And what's more, did you destroy the house?
On fire. Of course, that's not good, but it was dark.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the police using advertisements?
You know I work for the government.
You do that. It's bad. That's bad, Frank. It would be a shame to leave home to live out the glory years.
It's better to live the glory years than to pretend they never happened.
Yeah, this is definitely something I mentioned tonight. Sorry, I got off. Yes, it's time. But this is what's happening in our house right now, Frank. And you're not. I can't believe you don't want to go to your son's school.
This is not a vacation plan. He's going from 4th grade to 5th grade.
This is a vacation.
Okay. I think I'm keying in, maybe.
Oh, I got it before I even started.
This is ridiculous. They always come up with new ways to glorify minors. Sorry. Let me take that again. This is ridiculous. They always come up with new ways to glorify minors, but if someone is good, then...
This is none of your business, Frank. About your son.
Do you want to do something for our son? So be competitive. Exercise.
I won't let myself become the enemy here. You know why we can't do this.
Because it's awesome.
This has nothing to do with you.
And scene. Everybody, that was marvelous, marvelous.
It's The Incredibles.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did mention it tonight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I do, Taylor, I think you could try it a little bit with a little bit more heart next time. You know, and not when you're shouting at your husband, you're not vocalizing your feelings as much as those feelings are slipping out of you.
You're right.
If that makes sense.
No, you're right. But to be fair to me, most of the time people know the scene before they're going into and what emotions they should bring to the scene.
This is Hollywood. You got to be ready.
I guess, but I'm reading it, I'm trying to find the emotion as I'm reading it.
It defeats the purpose if we study it
Well, of course, but then don't give me nonsense.
That's true. He's just saying step up. And you're like,
Can we
how?
try it
And
again?
he's like, just do it better.
Can we try it again?
That's good, though. I mean, I think you're right. I need to try to not laugh during it. It's kind of hard, though, with some of those lines.
That's good. Yeah, if you didn't laugh about glorifying minors, then you're a robot. That's a funny line.
That's true.
Yeah.
You were just telling a story about McDonald's.
Hi there. Editing Trace, just popping in for a second to give some much-needed context. Taylor is now going to continue a story he tried to tell during the jingle for the previous segment. I wanted to say something because they're repeatedly going to say stuff about how you guys have information that you just don't have because it's not in the episode because it was during the jingle. It's not that you spaced out while he told the story. He told the story while a loud-ass jingle played over his voice. So, that's all. Enjoy. Love you.
I did have some more to that, and I'm sorry I talked over the jingle.
No, it's okay. It would have. Your story would have been heard better, though.
So they got the McDonald's part. I had a Big Mac first time. I come back. I think I'm farting, and I poop.
Yeah.
In my pants.
Yeah, it's even better the second time, actually. That was
So
good.
I go to the bathroom, and I'm trying to wipe up the stuff that's in my pants, and then wipe up in my butt, and then I have to wad some toilet paper and stick it up for the rest of the day because I don't know why. Oh, because I didn't want the.
You didn't trust it anymore.
Well, yeah, I had to put a cork in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I couldn't get all
Fool
of
me
the
once.
stuff. Yeah, I couldn't get all of the stuff out of my underwear, right? So I had to try to create a separation between underwear and bare skin.
Yeah.
And I remember it was one of the last days. You guys did do field day ever in school?
I mean, we went on like homeschool field trips.
Okay. Well, field day in public school is like second or third to last day. It's nice outside. They set up like different, like a 3-legged race or like a
sure
obstacle course type thing for the day, right? And
Some
we were
controlled
choosing
chaos to keep
basically
everybody at bay.
Yeah. We were choosing our partners because we had to buddy up. We're in 4th grade, and it was based on one person would get drawn out of the hat by the teacher, a name, and then they would choose somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been picked, right? All of my friends hadn't been picked up until this point. A guy named Paul, who was sort of a loser in the 4th grade, he got his name drawn, and he chose me to be his partner. And
still bothers you.
No, even then, this is what I'm saying. Even then, in my head, I went, I pooped my pants today. This is about right. Like, I should be friends with this guy. This is what I deserve for pooping my pants.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
He was our neighbor, actually.
What if
too.
Christianity is true, man?
Yeah,
you got to have the humiliation angle.
Yeah, what if you
to really be
are a
able
cult
to
leader and
see
you have
people
sex
as
with
equals?
your son's wife, and then she gets pregnant, and then your son rapes you when you're 80? That is poetic justice.
That's true.
Yeah, I knew that's what I deserved as a 10-year-old because I had just pooped in my pants. So it seemed. I also wore a dress to school one time. Did I tell you this? On the wrong day. It was it was 6th grade, and we did like a spirit week thing. So Monday was like wear a dress to class, right? And I had the dates
And you
mixed
think
up, I
that's
guess.
hilarious.
It's great. I wore my mom's dress. I'm strutting my stuff when I get to school because it's funny, right? I was the king of the school. It was 6th grade. It was the last grade of elementary school. And so our line was at the very end. So I'm thinking it's funny. I'm doing twirls in front of all the other classes, walking to my line. And I get up, and I'm like, nobody else decided to participate? Like, that's so lame. And then the teacher came out to get the line because we waited outside, and he said, I love the enthusiasm, but Spirit Week is next week.
I love that's really funny of him to treat it like you're preparing or pre-gaming or something.
So I wore a dress the whole day. And then the next week I wasn't confident enough. I wore the dress, and then I had to put sweats on top just in case something went down. It was a black dress with white polka dots. It belonged to my mother, and I was very proud of it. And then it was so embarrassing. Yeah, I mean,
People participated later, though.
Yeah, when you were supposed to. Yeah, the right day they participated. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a
I had
beautiful
that
story,
feeling
Taylor.
too. I had that feeling when I was putting on this dress. I remember thinking, like, how embarrassing would it be if, like, today actually wasn't dress day?
Yeah.
I swear I thought that. So I didn't bring I didn't even bring a backup plan that day, you know? I should have.
Did people put you through it?
No, dude, I was king.
Mm.
Daddy was king. They thought it was funny. I just was like, yeah, I'm doing it to be funny. You know, I know it's next week.
Yeah. It's good that you have foresight and stuff like this, or that you learn your lesson, so to speak.
Yeah.
From experiences like that. Because if you were too defensive, and you're like, what? I think it's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Hey, whoa, you're stupid for not wearing a dress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wore swim trunks to school all the time because I didn't know any better. Till the kid walked up to me and said, "What the fuck are you wearing? Why are you wearing swim trunks? You going for a dip later?"
That was right of that kid to say that.
It was totally right of him. I stopped doing it.
Yeah, why
That's
were
the thing
you wearing
about
swim
homeschool.
trunks?
You just don't get that feedback.
Wait, how
because
old
you
were
don't
you?
have
Because
prejudice
what, you were
the same way.
homeschooled until like high school?
Prejudice of a stranger. Sorry, what?
You
Yeah.
were-
Oh yeah.
The swim trunks.
Oh, I
incident
was like
in-
14, 15.
Why were you wearing swim trunks?
I just didn't give a shit. It's just, this is easy.
Oh yeah.
Commando. Keep it simple.
That's true. They have underwear in the. Yeah. Should I keep talking?
We can talk over this one because I got nothing for it. It's just.
I bet
some
it's
music.
good.
It's just some music.
It's beautiful music. Jay Berg says hello, by the way. He said, tell
Oh,
Frankie Poo
hi,
I
Jay
say
Berg.
hello. I don't know why. He kept calling you Frankie Poo.
He loves calling me different versions of the name Frank.
Yeah. He said Frank is one of the most talented guys I've ever met.
Oh, that's sweet of him.
Yeah.
I guess he's one of those guys that think that is
He
funny.
said, why would he be friends with you, is what he said about me. He said, you have no talent.
Yeah.
And I said, listen up, Jay.
Yeah.
Frank's lucky to be friends with me. Jay, if you're listening, you're not. And if you started listening, you haven't made it
Jay,
to this
if you
point.
were listening, thank you for listening.
Yeah. And whoever is not Jay and did listen, also thank you for listening.
Sorry, this one has a lot of cuts in it. It's a little weird, but
Yeah.
it was fun.
Thank you for bearing with us.